What makes subtle sound shifts crucial for Scandinavian word meaning? Imagine trying to understand a language where a tiny change in sound can turn a word into something completely different. That's the case with Scandinavian languages. These languages have a long history of sound changes that shape how words are understood today. When you learn basic phrases, knowing these small differences helps you pronounce words correctly and avoid confusion. Scandinavian languages like Danish, Norwegian, and Swedish all come from Old Norse, a language spoken hundreds of years ago. Over time, sounds in these languages shifted in ways that made them unique. For example, in Swedish, the sound of the letter K before front vowels often softened into a SH sound. In Norwegian, it might stay hard or become a different sound depending on the region. These small shifts change how words sound but keep their roots clear. Another example is the Danish stud, a kind of glottal stop or creaky voice. This tiny sound can tell you if a word means one thing or another, even if the spelling looks the same. Danish also tends to soften consonants and shorten words, which can make it tricky for Swedish or Norwegian speakers to understand spoken Danish. These tiny sound differences are like clues that tell you which language or dialect is being spoken. When learning basic phrases, understanding these subtle sound shifts is very helpful. It helps you pronounce words correctly so others can understand you. It also helps you recognize regional accents and dialects. Knowing how sounds change over time shows you how these languages developed and connects you to their history. For example, the word for color is farve in Danish, fag in Swedish, and farge in Norwegian. These words are similar but sound different because of historical sound shifts. Recognizing these differences helps you identify which language someone is speaking and improves your listening skills. From a heritage point of view, these sound differences are part of what makes each Scandinavian country special. They reflected regional identity and cultural history. Mastering these subtle shifts helps you appreciate the unique character of each language and makes your communication more accurate. Knowing about sound shifts also boosts your confidence. You can pronounce words more naturally, understand regional accents better, and see how these languages evolved over centuries. This knowledge makes your language learning richer and more connected to the history of Scandinavia. In short, small sound changes are key to understanding what words mean in Scandinavian languages. They mark differences in pronunciation that tell stories of history, culture, and regional identity. Paying attention to these shifts helps you speak more clearly, listen more carefully, and truly connect with the heritage behind each language.